Show me your gear. Hey, welcome back, guys. Ryan from Gear Nerds for part 2 with Into the Harbor. Now we get to talk about their gear because last time we couldn't. So I'm here with Kyle from Into the Harbor. What's going on, man?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Let's dive right on into what you got here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So we'll start from cab. Basic Mesa oversized 412 slant. Like I bought this secondhand, so I was told there were Celestion Vintage 30 speakers in there. I haven't taken it out to check, but I so far have taken the person who sold it to me's word. So yeah, that's what's rocking in this bad boy. Now from here, we go to this. Well, when I run at practice, usually I just DI at shows, but here at practice I run through a Behringer Nuke iNuke NU1000, very, very cheap power amp because, like I said, I don't run it live, so I just use it for practices, and if we ever play a show that doesn't have front of house,
Works out perfect for you.
Absolutely.
That doesn't go in there.
Yeah, exactly. But from the Behringer, it runs into this neat little Fractal Audio XFX Ultra that I run. No, I'll turn this all on for you just so you can get the whole kit and caboodle.
See all the flashy lights.
Yeah. But yeah, no. From that, I run this, I think it's a Behringer, this FCB 1010 MIDI foot controller. And that basically just controls the patches. You know, we have a main patch, a lead patch, dropped patch for when we play the one spot in one of our songs in F, clean patch, and then this one's not titled on the pedal, but it's the main. It's just got a little less gain to it, so it's
Take it back
it's for
a little.
yeah, it's for the like the intro parts that are more one guitar than two guitar.
Okay.
But yeah, from this guy I run into industry standard rack tuner, Korg Pitch Black. Again, another thing I bought secondhand. It runs great. It's got a little wear and tear from
It gives a character.
from playing. Yeah, definitely character. And yeah, I run that to this guy up here. This Line 6 Relay G50 wireless unit, wireless receiver technically. And then that's the patch, the little unit that runs it.
Little transmitter.
Yep, and then this is all powered by a Furman power conditioner.
Which you need when you have running
Yeah,
this much
yeah,
stuff.
it runs everything in here. It runs this guy. You can see it goes through, but there's a ton of plugs in the back where all these are running. It's an absolute. It's a beehive back there. It's insane.
I know when I pull my back of my head off and it just cables falls right out.
Yeah, that's what's going on right now. But we're not seeing it because we're going to focus on the.
We're staying on the
pretty
front
part.
and the nice spot.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess we'll move on to
Move on over to your first Legator.
Yeah, this is a Legator Ninja. I think it's an NF. No, it's an NP7. I don't know. I don't know what the exact model is, but it's a Ninja 7-string. It's 27-inch scale. These are just stock Legator passive pickups. I've always played active pickups on my other guitar, which if you guys want, I'll show you in a second.
Yeah.
But the passive, what I like what I'm running into with this guy now is that I got to change out the battery, and
every couple of months.
Yeah, and you know it can sometimes be a little overpowering. You know, the pickups on this guy are crazy and they're awesome, but you know you already get so much power with the XFX.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of keeps it a little more maintained, so I'm not getting that, you know, feedback and that high distortion. Again, I'm not overly familiar with like exactly how this works. I've had it for 2-3 years now, and I'm still learning. I haven't really taken the time to learn it.
Oh, XFX are one of those things.
Yeah.
It's like you got to sit down for like a month to figure everything out.
Thank God I don't have a Kemper. Shout out to people who use Kemper because you are the true MVPs. But yeah, the main guitar that I used for a long time. If you've ever seen us play, you've seen me play this. It's just a basic Ibanez RG series. The model is an RG 7321. Very standard. It's a very cheap guitar that you can buy for like $200 at Guitar Center. But the nice thing is these pickups. I have Seymour Duncan Blackouts.
Those run nice and hot.
Yeah, like I said, they get that chunkiness, that real snarl that you really want out of a pickup, especially when you're playing super heavy shit.
What tuning are you in for both?
Off of on the new EP, everything is in G.
Okay.
And everything since we put out our single FAF a few years ago has been in G. Before that, we ran A, but we kind of just
went a little heavier.
Yeah.
Well, now we have a little bit of that.
No, that was me.
Good
job.
That's
okay. But yeah, that's my rig. If you want to know the patches, I run this PVH 5105. That's my main amp that I use.
Okay.
It basically sims a 5150. I'm sure you can kind of tell. It kind of sounds like EVH 5150. I think they combined 5150 and 6505.
Yeah, that's two different heads.
I assumed.
Cool.
And then the second amp is not used because I don't want to use it. But
Fair
yeah,
enough.
that's pretty much what I use for all the dirty channels. For clean, I don't even know what this is. JR Blues? Sure.
Hey,
I
makes
just
a
got a
bluesy
tone.
for clean.
Yeah, I got a lot of like reverb to it. Yeah, that's what I run. It's very simple.
Hey, sometimes simple's the best. You don't want to be going to a show and be like, I need 15 minutes to set all my shit up.
But the thing I like most about this is that it's simple, but it's also something where I don't have to take 15 minutes to set up on stage. I literally have everything, like I said, plugged into the Furman. Furman gets plugged in. This gets plugged in. This gets plugged in.
Done, set,
good to go.
And then wait for the drummer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for showing me your gear.
Yes, thank you for taking
now,
the time.
Next up is the drummer.
It sucks to be told that you're just...
Go ahead.
All right, now we're on over with Colin, the drummer, and he's going to tell us about his kit and everything that has to do with it, and also about their backtrackings and how he uses them.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess to start off, the drum kit itself is a Tama SLP dynamic Kapoor kit. So it's made out of, the toms are 4-ply of Kapoor wood. Bass drum is 6-ply of Kapoor wood. This is normally a 6-piece. I have two. It's 2 up, 2 down. I only have 2 of the 4 toms. But anyways, the small tom that would normally be right here is a 10 by 7.5. Or I'm sorry, no, 10 by 6.5. This one is a 12 by 7.5. I have one more floor tom that's not with me. That would be a 14 by 12.5, and this one's a 16 by 14. Bass drum is 22 by 16, which is really cool. That's like the way they used to make drums back in the 60s and 70s, like really shallow bass drums, which is cool.
Give you that nice big kick.
Dude, yeah. Shit that I want out of a drum. But anyways, the snare drum is a Tama SLP Bubinga snare drum. They actually don't make this drum anymore. Apparently, Bubinga has been added to
the endangered list.
Whatever list contains endangered woods and flora and fauna and all that crap.
Hey, PETA, he has endangered shit. Come get him.
While we're on the topic of wood, drumsticks are Vic Firth 5As. I've kind of played around with heavier sizes, but they've always felt like I'm playing with actual legitimate sticks.
Not twigs.
Not twigs, yeah. All Evans drum heads, the Evans heavyweight on the snare. I've got an Evans Hazy 300 underneath. Evans EC2s on the batter, EC1s on the reso. Bass drum batter is a EMAD 2. The reso is an EMAD 1. Cymbals are all Meinl except for the ride cymbal. As soon as I find a Meinl equivalent of this ride cymbal, I'm going to spend whatever cash I need to get it. Hi-hats, I've got 14-inch Byzance dark hats. My first crash is an 18-inch Meinl Byzance medium. large one right here is a 20-inch MB20, also from Meinl. This one they don't make anymore either. It's been absorbed into the Byzance line. Meinl's classic 18-inch China right here with a nice big old chunk taken out of it.
Are you really a drummer if you don't have a chip out of one of your cymbals?
Oh man, this is only one of the Chinas I own at home, and believe me, they all look like that. They all look like that. And then lastly, a Power Bell 22-inch Sabian HH ride. Like I said, as soon as I find the Meinl equivalent, like that's gonna go in my closet. So,
hell yeah. What about your kicks? What are your kicks?
I use Axis A longboard pedals with Tama Iron Cobra pedal beaters. On the underside, I have Kick Blaster triggers installed, which then that'll lead me over to my rack over here, where we've got my trigger set up. This Elisa sample rack, which runs into my Behringer XR mixer, which also doubles as my interface, which interacts with my computer, where we have our backtracks with Logic.
Okay.
So,
and you get to control all of the backtracks?
I get to control the click, I get to control the backtracks. Whenever we play and TJ brings his light setup, we've got light MIDIs that basically operate our lights for us. So, with our DMXis module, which is really cool. Shout out to TJ, because I know he spent good, long hours putting that shit together.
Good job, TJ.
But yeah, this is the ITH Swagger Wagon. I get to be a little speedy little pocket rocket on it.
Well, hell yeah, dude. It sounds awesome when I hear it live.
Yeah.
So you're doing something right.
Thank you. I like to think so.
All right. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man. Happy to do it.
Now, on over to the last person, but not the least, but maybe the greatest. Who knows? TJ on bass. All right. Now we're the last member of Into the Harbor, the bassist TJ. What's going on, TJ?
We're live.
Down in the basement.
Yankees Field Stadium. The wind's going northwest about 3 degrees. I'm just kidding.
All right. Let's start off with your head. What do you got?
Well, I have blonde hair.
It's actually strawberry blonde.
Ooh. I got the
Todd tried to kill me.
a tribute to Kyle's setup. We have the Furman power conditioner. My brother recommended that I get that. My brother recommends most things to me because he's probably one of the best bassists I know. I mean,
TJ, you need to speak louder.
anyways, so after the power conditioner, we have a Korg tuner. It is I think it's the Midnight. Yes, Pitch Black. It's called edition. I had their gray one that they had before this. I think it's actually in here somewhere, but it's broken.
Oh.
So we don't use that anymore. I bought it used. Thanks for that Guitar Center.
Guitar Center, you never know what you're going to get.
And next we have the PV Headliner 1000 watt. I guess it would be a power amp.
Yeah.
It's got a little more features than just the power amp though. It's got the onboard EQ here, which I'm a fan of. You really can tweak things when you got the active pickups and you got the EQ there.
Bring out a little bit more.
Obviously you got a compressor and your normal settings, but this is probably the most of guitar amps, guitar and bass. This is probably the most stand-up one I think I've ever had.
Hell yeah. It sounds nice. I like it.
I'm very into it. I mean, I try not to mess with the settings because
You don't want to lose where you're at.
I'm not really intuitive with EQs, if I had to be honest with you. Until I really sit there and I'm like, oh wow, there's a difference. Whoa! On each frequency, but who really takes the time to do that? You just hire someone to do it. That's why I asked my brother to. No.
Give them a 20 and you're good.
There we go. Or a kiss on the cheek. Now for wireless, we're using what some people would refer to as the butt plug. It's the X-Vive U2 wireless setup, I guess you'd call it. It's really, you plug one of these into here, you plug something that looks similar onto the guitar. One says transmitter, one says receiver. It's so new I haven't taken the plastic off. Got a new sticker.
Unveiling.
Anyways,
I would say that the frequency response on this thing is pretty tight. I mean, I'm using it on a bass guitar, and I can't complain about.
You don't get any skips or lag or nada.
Do I get any lag, Colin? Only in the gooch. So, that's really basically the setup. Besides the axe, I do recommend these. By the way, a lot of people are very iffy if they're gonna get them. This is an advertisement. Get them.
Paid advertisement.
Yeah, they forgot to pay me.
Hell yeah.
I would get these if you're in a pinch. They're only about $150.
That's not bad.
I wanted a Shure wireless system, but I didn't know if it was worth it. Nice. What is that?
The other one.
Oh,
First base.
that's the that would be the transmitter.
Took it off your base when you said that.
That would be the.
I'm going to take this for safekeeping. All right, let's talk about your bass since it's in your hands now.
Thought I would bring it over for a little show and tell. This is the dust that doesn't come on the bass, but I have some on there. I stopped using picks a while ago, so that's probably mostly skin cells, actually.
A nice flake.
Yes, I stopped using picks. That's big to me, so you'll notice on my setup there are no picks. But it's the 6-string Sound Gear Geo. It's you know, obviously one of their more budget lines of instruments, but I have to say, as far as performance, I've always loved the feel of every Ibanez.
They always do feel good.
Guitar and bass, I don't know if it's just the slickness of it, but it just feels so
The
right.
neck is so smooth and narrow enough that you can get right up and down. Because I only play Ibanez too, so I
yeah.
I totally understand.
Actually, shout out to Ibanez. I have 2 of their headstocks tattooed on me here. Actually, this exact one.
Endorsement, Ibanez.
Yeah, that would be nice. But yes, I'm an Ibanez boy. One day this could be a Dingwall when I'm
You don't
rich.
want to dingwall over an Ibanez.
I might. But
Maybe.
when I'm rich and famous, I'll be able to do that. Hi, Mom. I also like to use the DiMarzio strap locks, the clip lock system. This has always been the most trustworthy thing. In fact, at the last show, I was able to spin my bass and feel comfortable about it.
I saw that, and it didn't look like it was going to fly off.
Nope, it stuck on. It hit me in the leg real good. It was like a nice little spanking on the
Ooh.
side of my butt.
A little get up.
Yeah, it woke me up. It was directly on the downbeat that it hit me in the ass.
Oh,
too, so,
perfect.
like, I couldn't have been any more pleased. It is a 6-string, obviously. Originally, I was a guitar player, so I thought it would make more sense to have anything that I'm going to play on the bass transposed completely. Every note. Well, not every note, but every string at least.
Pretty close.
And then people start getting 7- and 8-string guitars, and now I can't keep up.
Well, you can always get a 7 and 8 string bass, but that's just way too big.
I'm not that sweet. That's what she said. But yeah, this neck, though, I mean, that is a wide neck, and I don't know why I enjoy it. It's like playing a fucking piano on the bass.
It's nice. Hell yeah. All right. Tell me about your cabs now. Your 2 stack.
Right, this cab is it's really just a single speaker. I believe it's a 18-inch speaker. I don't want to be. It's probably 16 because I can't see that stuff. Yeah, my math is good. My measurements are not. Don't tell my girlfriend. Just kidding. Oh, whoa. But this would be the PV Headliner 1200 watt head. You know, it's always said that you should get more watts on your cab than you do on your head. So it's like a power supply for a computer. So you need 800 watts. So you get the 1000 or 1200. So you're good to go.
I'm reversed on that. I have a 1,000 watt head and 800 watt cab.
I'm very scared of that.
I haven't blown it yet.
Well, if you're careful.
And I go up to 1 during practice.
I guess, yeah, that's not that important, but always good to be on the safe side. I obviously got it because it goes with the head and
PV match.
headliner and headliner. Yeah, I never thought I'd be a PV boy, but I'm very pleased with what I have going on here.
Oh yeah, it's a really nice setup.
Thank you.
Sounds nice when I hear it live.
Oh yeah, this thing, the direct out on this thing is cleaner than I would have ever imagined just going through a head. It's crazy. But it's the headliner, so when we headline, it sounds even better.
Headliner for a headliner.
Oh my god, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, thank you so much for showing me your gear, dude.
No, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for looking at it. I like to look at it sometimes.
All right. Now this ends our Gear Nerds episode with Into the Harbor. So now you have to go watch part 1 into part 2, and then to watch for episode 3, which we don't know who's on yet. Actually, we do know, but we're not going to tell you.
It's a secret, boy.
So until next time, catch you all later, and I hope you enjoyed this.